I had to go back on the live on this one. But yeah, about to finish this one. I'm about to go to another one though. Peace.
The Mexicans been doing it. They got a whole motherfucking gang, nigga. The Southsiders, nigga, they bump us up, take our guns, don't take us to jail, and what you think they drop them off? Take them over there to the body of them.
One of the worst things you can be is a crooked cop. Well, that nigga's gonna turn on you as soon as he gets a chance. You the only nigga gonna go down for it.
Hey brother, let me explain something to you. These dudes we've been knowing 4-5 years old. We all know each other's families, all that shit. Guess what? When I used to do these clubs and parties out here, you know what I did? Why your shit don't get shut down? Because when the police pull up, they're met by off-duty police. They going, how y'all doing? They flash their badge. Y'all working here? We all that cool out here. All these gang members. And if they wasn't there, I'd have my homies in front. So when the police pulled up, they would start scattering and running and shit shut down and they go to jail. So I don't know how you playing it, but I'm gonna play it how I play it.
Yo, we've been through that shit here in Baltimore. I know you've seen it all over the TV. We had a gun task force that we grew up with. Is that we knew? Shit popped. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. As soon as shit popped off, they threw all the niggas under the bus. The cops was good.
To go to the police academy and the military. Because guess what?
Yeah, go to the street cop. Don't be a crooked cop and think you get respect from the streets.
I don't know what you mean by crooked. Only thing I know is
Reggie Wright got black.
Reggie Wright was never crooked. Why you call him crooked? Reggie Wright was never a crooked cop.
Did niggas go to jail?
Yeah, but he had not been a cop for 15 years. He had, bro, Reggie White was killed 20 years after that. He retired in what, 94?
That nigga was selling dope at the church. Reggie Wright.
What makes Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas so giant? Crispy fingers, sauce, and
G. Wright Jr., the head of security for Right-Way Security and Death Row, organized the personnel to
Hey, this
plan the
most
hit.
scandalous Los Angeles TV, y'all.
And I believe police officers were
Damn, son.
A big part of the hit.
And sometimes you find out stuff, and I ain't trying to take the things away from all what we're talking about, but sometimes you find out things later on that is so bad to you, it just makes your blood boil. I found out recently that allegedly one of my attorneys, David Kenner, was involved in the assassination of Tupac and he getting shot. And that's another story.
That's another story.
You don't want Reggie Wright as an enemy.
Hey, y'all hit that like button, bro. Everybody hit the
You
like
trying to
button.
insinuate and play games? Like me? You're better off with me being a friend than an enemy. Stop coming on YouTube saying one thing and then running back when you get on the phone and call me saying another thing. I'm not playing with you no more. Cause you playing with my freedom. Cause you playing with my freedom.
Why is it that no one still can play? Why? People tell somebody they can't hear you.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. The day we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Marion Knight did an exclusive interview on Discretion TV, and he's not holding back this time. The other day, Reggie and John dropped a video on Bomb First, featuring a secret recording of a private conversation between Reggie and Marion Knight.
I want to shout out happy birthday to now.
An incarcerated individual at the Arlington Correctional Facility, San Diego, California. This call and your telephone number will call. You will not be charged for this call. Thank you for using Global Link.
Hey. What up, Big Chill?
Good.
Oh, shit, man. Hey.
Make sure you talk to, Brian and,
Okay.
Bill.
I know on. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know. Anything I got to deal with him, I'll have to come to you with him. You know, some little dude, we were,
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
alright. It's from the day that he always from the day you know.
Okay, got you.
They try to talk about
Okay. You know you don't fuck with the rap. You know the rap is not amazing with them.
which verse you talking
Uh,
you came home, right?
huh?
When it came home?
Yeah. You
Most Scandalous Los Angeles TV, y'all.
Okay.
Check them out.
You go to the DMF.
got you. Got
Most
oh,
Scandalous
okay.
Los
I didn't catch
Angeles
that.
TV.
Okay, got you. Okay.
You were quick about that, right?
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's it. So look,
Hey.
some of those dudes, right?
Okay.
When they all went to, when they was all doing their time, they all got caught, you know, saying with shit that was all, even though they were over there, they was claiming the other shit. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I hear you.
So, and you know, I know a lot of them too. They were talking, so they was all, they had their name in his mouth, you know?
Okay.
They're trying to, you know,
I got you.
tell him, this watch is gonna shut down.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Man. Okay. That show you still got love for that nigga. Okay.
So y'all want to see nobody see
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you.
I got love for him.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the kids, you know,
Yeah.
who killed the fuck out of you, took down whatever he's trying to do. You know, when I was there.
Marion had no idea he was being recorded, and definitely didn't give consent. In that audio, Reggie exposed some information that Marion clearly never intended for the public to hear. And let's just say, it didn't sit well. As a result, Marion hit up Discretion TV for an exclusive interview. And this time, he's not pulling any punches.
Damn, son.
What Reggie's been afraid of all these years. Reggie and Porky both really pissed Marion off. Now Marion's letting it all out. He's questioning how Reggie Wright was able to afford the lifestyle he had while supposedly living off a cop's salary. He's asking the real questions. Like, what was Reggie really doing before Marion gave him a shot as a security guard? Marion also calls out the irony. If he's the one known as Simon, then why is Reggie running a company called Simon Says Publishing? He doesn't stop there, though. Marion's going in on the whole industry, asking how people with zero talent, who can't sing, rap, or dance, and couldn't find real talent if it smacked them in the face, somehow became the gatekeepers of the culture. People with no credentials and no legacy, yet they're the loudest voices in the room.
Damn, son.
So look, man, you gotta look at it like this. The people who have something to do with the culture of hip hop, or to do something hip hop, it's all the same ones, you know what I mean? Regardless who it is, regardless, we don't all of us see the eye to eye, but regardless the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, down South, everybody added some fun stuff to make hip hop what it was. Right. Now, you get motherfuckers who never had nothing to do with hip hop, they want to attack, they want to attack, they want to attack.
I guess it's far no, Wack always had a head on his shoulder for business, and not just, we used to have a term, it's a derogatory term, and then shit, you know, it actually was stunt dummy. We used to call, and he wasn't a stunt dummy. that was the word that shared you like, I'll take the stunt dummies to this. Take the stunt dummies to this.
Okay? Now, when you listen to Reggie or what I call Pork Butt, his people motherfucker put the foot in his mouth. Yeah, it's true. One of the people that told me when he said, we letting him down the kill whack. The bill was on his head. Somebody called to him. And he was like, oh man, you don't want to see him dead, huh? I'm a man of God. You don't want to see no one dead. Now, I believe somebody get the ass hooked, but I don't believe. You have the power to call those shots if people wouldn't die. Only God should be able to do that. So I don't play with games. So yeah, I gave him his stuff, even though Wack did a whole bunch of lies and said a lot of shit to try to make it.
Damn, son.
At the end of the day, I did leave his fat coach right here at the time. Don't get crossed up. Number one. Number two, whenever I say once, I can say twice. When we should play the whole audio. Or did you write that point back?
I like when she'll say that. Whatever I can say once, I can say twice. So it's the actual truth. It's the truth, bro. Like, whatever I can tell you once, I can tell you twice. You gonna be like, oh, I remember when you told me that before, because I tell the same story, because I said, what happened?
Lied and said he had to pick
Damn, son.
I came back to him with a lie. Did he throw some change? Okay, yeah, but nobody needed this shit. He said, well, you never say nothing about his mother being a crackhead. I said, I leave people mothers out of this. Even though he crossed the line and mentioned my mother, I'm not gonna go and say, Wack's mother's a crackhead. And but the one was like, yeah, we all know she's a crackhead. She was putting in bastards. I said, I'm not gonna talk about people's mother. Right. I'm not gonna get to the point and say where his name come from or who acts like who. I ain't shooting no shots at this dude, but I know he's gonna be mad anyway, say something. Whatever the fuck you say, Wack say. Because we know, I put the context from you, a lot of motherfuckers be behind bars.
Damn, son.
I'm already in the clip. Ain't pork butt.
Damn, son.
When you send your grand jury and tell you what to make sure you go PT, ain't nobody never ran me up and nobody never win. And I guarantee you this. People can talk to lawyers and say, we're trying to look about me, but I don't know you. People can tell me, I lost $200 million. If you believe that, that's on you. Now, if they do some fraud and some crazy stuff, of course they do. They do that to all the black men. So they continue to do that. Because all the broke motherfuckers be happy and the real motherfuckers fall. Now that is pork butt. You gotta cut.
Damn, son.
It's called. Everybody know whose side it is. You got a company you call a big sign. Writing letters to Universal, stating that's your company, and they owe you money on publishing from all eyes on me and all these other projects. When did you ever buy any publishing? When did you ever have any money to buy any publishing? Your house.
Damn, son. Damn, son.
Trying to hide it. I don't even know if you still got it. For as my building, show the check where you bought my building. I never see nobody build a building on police side. I never see nobody build a building on police side. I never see nobody build a building on police side. Now I tried to get you to your father, you know, motherfucking daddy boy, to get the shit squared away. Now your bitch ass that motherfucker, I'm already in prison. When your ass come to prison, I'll be waiting on you. When your ass come to prison, I'll be waiting on you. When your ass come to prison,
I'll be waiting.
Those words
That sounds
hit
like
different for
some,
Reggie.
boy, that
He's no
sounds
stranger to the
bad.
system.
That
He's
don't
already
sound
done
good.
time, and he's not trying to go down that road again. It's crazy that right when it seemed like Keefe D was going to be the one to take all the heat for Tupac's murder, all of this starts coming to light.
You said, I want to keep searching for him. Everything I know about your fat ass is that number one, you remind me of that motherfucker of a diary of a bad woman, black woman, whatever it was, Tyler Perry, with the legs in a wheelchair. Fat ass. If you have any love or respect for my homegirl, you know, I ain't gonna throw her on the bus, but we know we close. Your wife, if you have any respect for her,
Hey, this is funny.
I'm in prison. I don't even do this. You don't see me kind of person that you come see me because I don't like to do it. I'm the one doing this time. Your fat ass is gonna cripple. Let your wife go and let her live a life. You don't think she gets tired of saying, okay, brush your teeth, here goes the water, spit it in the cup. Oh, you need to be changed. Why are you gonna let that pretty nice woman have to change your fat ass diapers? And everybody on the wedding is fine. Whatever y'all say about me is fine. I lived a life of a million motherfucking years in a situation that most people never got opportunity to live. So God bless you. When it's time for me to die, I'm going to have any of that. I ain't never scared of it. But let's go back to you. You was a deacon at the church. Selling dope at the church. You was a deacon at the church. Selling dope at the church. You was a crooked cop.
Damn, son.
Got 40 years or more. All your crimes got 40 years or more.
Simon, for the record, you're saying, Simon, for the record, you're saying Reggie Regional Jr. was a deacon at the church?
A deacon at the church. Listen, it makes matters even worse than that. You got a reclaim, money laundering, whatever you case, you, your father, and that other gang members had. Now, basically that's puppy go. Because according to y'all paperwork, 100% put the paperwork up there. Because according to that, the gang members was taking money from a whole different state, nothing to do with that, and putting the $3 million in your father's bank account. Not yours, not your wife, not theirs.
Watch the latest shows all in one place and get up to 6 accounts per household.
Account. Not yours, not your wife, not theirs, your father's. And your father got no time. You did what? 6, 7, 8 months. At the same time, let's walk it all back. How was you living before I gave your fat ass a job doing security at that row? How was you living before I gave your fat ass a job doing security at that row? Name one thing that you accomplished without using my name. Name one thing that you bring back on every time you turn around, every story about me. Everybody want to say, oh, look at me in the car, look at me in the car.
Whack, we should never have nothing bad to talk about. You win with the mouthpiece. We supposed to do this in the same motherfucking room. Period. Fuck all the talking. But you know to post a picture, as President tells me, and says that you said to me, a unicorn, and I'm driving and you're on one side, and one time you ever been in my car, probably. And you say, look, I'm not the driver. No, you couldn't be the driver. Your feet ain't long enough, your legs ain't long enough to match the gas pedal. If you look at that motherfucking picture, you can see my whole body and me. Only thing they can see from you is your little leg. That's how short you is. All the short niggas want to get it on me. I'm not gonna pick on that little kid. So back to you. Let's start this all over again. So, y'all say I got AIDS. I know I don't. But tell you what, every bitch you didn't put your into correct, I had to do first. So, you sound stupid as fuck. And we know you don't got AIDS. Your attitude fat. But tell you what, if y'all wanted, got a diaper company.
Damn, son.
You should be getting free diapers. If they're getting free diapers, you still paying for them.
Damn, son.
No. She shouldn't have to be changing your fucking diapers.
Damn!
You never had a fight. Okay, one motherfucker could tell me in my neighborhood anywhere they beat us me. The homie would snatch your fat ass out your car, poured gumbo on you, and took your car, and your dad had come laying back down and beg for your shit back. Your father is clapping you as you told, I'm not gonna say who, but you know who y'all told. Why was your father and all this top money in my pocket Stevenson? Why was y'all in my houses when I was in prison? And you couldn't be in my house when I was on the streets. You're the father in the cookie cut. Why was your father, your family, and the rest of the cookie cut, oh my God, was your father, your family, and the rest of the cookie cut, oh my God. Is that how you trying to tell me? A man like myself have 2 yachts, and y'all don't talk about me, but your father and the rest of the cookie cut is on my yacht in the marina every weekend when I was in prison. So you try to tell me, a man like myself have 2 yachts, and y'all don't talk about me, but your father and the rest of the cookie cut is on my yacht in the marina every weekend when I was in prison.
Simon, I heard a recording that Reggie said that he's going to share audio with you discussing about women that is in your life and is going to make it difficult for the rest of your 9 years. He's trying to like say he has something on you about your relationships with women.
Check this out. Whatever cook butt can tell a bitch I love, for them to stop fucking with me, that's the wrong bitch for me. She shouldn't be fucking with me. And she can listen to a motherfucker who got lots of claws, who can't fucking walk, who shits on herself, and she can listen to her. Don't listen to me. But I do know this. Any woman that really knows me, really loves me, is definitely not going nowhere. As a matter of fact, I don't have to say any woman. Only one. Have all. I always choose to have one. As I am today. Me at 60 years old is not the same as I was in my teens and my 20s and my 30s and my 40s.
Earlier, we heard Marion Knight say he found out that David Kenner allegedly had something to do with the murder of Tupac. So now, with that in mind, Listen closely to what Reggie says right here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back now because I'm talking now. But David Kenner, to be honest, and that's when I give credit to Shield for teaching me the game and all of that. But Shield was good too, you know, as far as dealing with marketing and stuff like that. But David Kenner, man, David Kenner took care of that company and took care of him and gave us a lot of good advice. And even when I was told not to talk to him and communicate with him about business stuff, only thing, just let him concentrate on getting me out of prison and stuff like that, I would still make calls to David and like, how would you deal with this situation, David? She was telling me to do this, well, how would you deal with it? And Jimmy and Brian Turner with this. She was telling me to do this, well, how would you deal with it? And Jimmy and Brian Turner with this. And it would always be right on to the advice he gave me. I'm listening to David, and then eventually me, who was still piggybacking off of David.
Think about this. You have a friend that you decided to employ. Not only did you employ him, but you funded his entire security company, giving him $300,000 to get it started. Now you're behind bars, trying to run your business from prison. You give him clear instructions. Don't bother the lawyer. Let him focus on getting me out. But instead of listening, the guy you're paying goes straight to the lawyer anyway, asking what to do, completely going against what you just told him. Kevin Hackey said it plain. When it's all said and done, Reggie will be the fall guy. But Reggie's not going down quietly. He's already pointed the finger at David Kenner and Jimmy Iovine, saying they were really in charge.
I remember Jimmy Iovine was so mad at me. Jimmy Iovine, when I started running Death Row Records, used to do things that I know he probably wouldn't even have done for sure, but he did it to make it happen, to make me look good, and to stay in contact with him. Did an article on him. First we did something where we put his house on this tape that we do called Death Row Uncut. Yeah. And then we put the address and the direction to his house there, you know, tapping at it. The second thing we did was we did an article about him in U.S. Newsweek, where we was pretty much talking about the Dolores Tucker situation and Bob Doyle and all of that. And U.S. Newsweek was a big magazine at the time. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and so we were going to say something bad, talk bad about it, you know, laying out a bunch of stuff because I had the writer come up to the prison and all of the stuff. Of course, the writer went back and told Jimmy all the stuff we said, and you know, Jimmy had a lot of connections then, and he got the article stopped. But he called me in the office and he said, Reggie, you know, you doing all of this to me, and you sitting right there with him because you know about it, and you ain't calling letting me know, you ain't giving me hands up to this stuff. I gotta find out on my own. I said, Jimmy, well, I work for Suge Knight. I'm Suge's friend. I'm loyal to Suge. Right. And he goes, Reggie, you gonna learn one day who got the real power around here and who doesn't. I always think about that every time I think about Jimmy Iovine.
So as the walls close in, Reggie's making one thing clear. If he's going down, he's taking the real masterminds with him.
Why is it that no one still can say why? People kill somebody they can't hear them. People kill somebody they can't hear them. People kill somebody they can't hear them. Why would I be paying $350 for prison if they can't carry guns?
Now you, I guess, instruct everybody not to carry guns.
Inside of the club. Inside of Club 662.
But even though it's your club, I mean, Suge's club.
Yeah, you can carry, and I know when you get that, you can carry guns on your private property as long as you're. We just had, I don't believe everybody should have guns inside clubs. I just think it's bad for security reasons, because you have 20 guys in there with guns, and you got maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people inside of a nightclub, a small area.
Yeah.
It's not good.
We've all heard Reggie's excuse by now, and you just heard it again. He claims he told his security team not to carry guns because Marion was in the process of buying Club 662, and they were trying to secure a liquor license. According to Reggie, weapons inside the club could jeopardize that. Sounds convenient. But here's the real problem Reggie doesn't want to face. If Simon was the owner and the one paying Reggie for security, why didn't Simon know the guards weren't carrying weapons? Why didn't Reggie tell him? Why did Reggie instruct his security guards not to let Marion know they were told not to carry any weapons?
That sounds like that was a hit. That would have sounded
with the YouTube Music app. You can start a radio station with up to 30 artists.
Why did Reggie instruct his security guards not to let Marion know they were told not to carry any weapons?
Should call the meeting. All artists were instructed to come to this meeting, and certain security was invited, and I happened to be one of them. But prior to going into the meeting with Suge and all the artists from Death Row, Reggie met with us out front in his own meeting. But I'm going to add something to that. We were also instructed to lie by Reggie Wright to Suge. And the reason we were instructed to lie was because Reggie Wright told us not to carry any weapons. So I have, by me just looking at what Reggie told me, I'm thinking that Mr. Knight was unaware. The meeting was basically about what happened. And the artists were drilling security about what methods we had used and what were some of our tactics.
And we know from looking at the statement that Suge Knight gave to the Las Vegas Police Department that he fully expected that Frank Alexander and every other bodyguard there was to carry their weapons. So whatever the case might have been, Suge Knight didn't get the message.
I looked around and no one said it. No one was speaking up for security. And it looked like Reggie wasn't going to say that information to them.
If Simon is the boss and he's footing the bill, he should have been informed, period. But he wasn't. And that's what's going to trap Reggie at the end of the day.
Why would nobody never answer the questions? They go when they talk about me and try to drag some up, that's called a distraction. They go in these platforms and podcasts, but they never ask no questions about them. Why is it accusing you? Why would you have a grand jury on you? Fucking call me when I got shot. And when Tupac lost his life.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. It looks like the inevitable drama between Marion Knight and Reggie Wright just keeps on escalating. In a recent interview released today on News Nation, Marion made a shocking accusation, claiming that Reggie Wright Jr. forced Capricorn Clark to have sex with him. According to Simon, Capricorn didn't have the money to pay for something she needed, and Reggie allegedly used that vulnerability to take advantage of her. That's not just a personal shot. That's a serious accusation. One that paints Reggie in a dark, Weinstein-type light. But Simon didn't stop there. He also used the interview to implicate Reggie in the murder of the notorious B.I.G. While answering questions about Puffy, Simon pivoted and pointed the finger straight at Reggie, suggesting he played a role in Biggie's death.
I definitely can hear you. What's good with you, man? Well, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking the opportunity, Suge. Co-founder Death Row Records for everybody at home. Of course, you know who Suge Knight is. So
Well,
you
no
keep coming out.
co-founders, only one founder.
All right, the one and only, the OAO,
Yeah.
the OAO, Suge Knight.
Yeah.
So tell us about Capricorn Clark and whether you believe she is a credible witness for the prosecution to make a racketeering case against Sean Diddy Combs.
The Cabinets to Go Buy More, Save More sale is going on now.
Hurry in for your free 3D design. Save up to 40%. And start enjoying your new dream kitchen for as low as $143 per month.
Get more wow for less at Cabinets to Go.
Diddy Combs.
Well, look, I say this all the time. Puffy and I are not friends, but Puffy should definitely walk. At the end of the day, how I know Capricorn and when I first heard about Capricorn, it was back when I was doing prison time. When I was doing prison time, he was a guy that didn't work for Death Row, but he was over a security company. This guy, Capricorn, broke his windshield in the back of his truck. He wanted her to pay for it. She couldn't pay for it. A guy named Reggie Wright Jr. told her, well, you gotta have sex for me with me or you pay for it. A guy named Reggie Wright Jr. told her, well, you gotta have sex for me with me or you pay for it.
In all these years, Marion has never spoken out against Reggie like this. Not publicly. Not with this much fire. The fact that he's saying so much now, that tells you Reggie really crossed the line this time. Somewhere along the way, Reggie and Porky both must have forgotten that Simon's voice is louder than both of theirs. And now that he's finally speaking, they might regret ever waking him up.
So she couldn't pay for it, so he forced her to have sex with him, but they were still talking after that, right? But the most important thing is that it was other executives that was involved in Puffy's life. And for Puffy to be the only guy that gets on the stand is a sad day for hip-hop. Because once Capricorn had got beaten up allegedly, everybody said, well, she got her ass whooped. And when she was approached by an executive from Interscope, and you gotta remember, Capricorn was the artist on Interscope. Puffy wasn't doing business with the guy in Interscope. You guys want his name, I'll tell you. And when they talked to him, Interscope gave Capricorn $1 million, a check. Don't say nothing about the incident with her and Puffy. She got mad because she had to pay taxes on it. And she thought it was a settlement where she didn't have to pay taxes on it. So when Jimmy Iovine gave her that check, that's when all hell broke off. But at the same time, I don't think there's a case where Puffy should be going to prison. And
do you believe Capricorn is Capricorn believable with this story with Diddy?
This is what I do know. I was in New York. And when I was in New York, it was me and a limo driver. That's it. I was in different spots, eating just by myself. I walked out, I see Capricorn, and I see another So those two hung out with me in New York. From restaurants to running around to doing whatever. So I don't know if the part that she was so scared of Puffy that they wouldn't talk to me. Because I'm hanging out with them in New York. Just us three. And I'm not here to badger nobody, but at the same time, when Reggie Wright Jr. basically made Capricorn, he said it over and over and over. I don't want to have sex with this fat I don't know if I can cuss on the artist. They have sex with the fat man.
Too late.
Okay, but they did. And she continued to be around, right? But when it's all said and done, how could every person who's involved with Puffy is not on the stand? Except for Puffy. So at some point, the law got to be blind.
I get it. Sure.
And
thank you very much for doing this.
For sure. Go ahead. Thing for her, you got to remember, Death Row and the employees and Bad Boy was really good friends. A lot of them. Reggie Wright Jr. and the other guy that he was Puffy, I forgot his name, the other fat dude, right? But they called Reggie Wright Jr. to do security for Puffy and Biggie the night Biggie got shot. So I can't see that they will look at Capricorn affiliation with Death Row that bad and that type of threats. I'll be surprised. Gene, that's his name. Gene and Reggie Wright Jr. is great friends. Gene, that's his name. Gene and Reggie Wright Jr. is great friends.
Now Simon's saying that Reggie Wright and Gene Deal were great friends, and according to him, they even called Reggie to provide security for Biggie the night he was killed. That claim alone draws a direct connection, and more importantly, it implicates Reggie in the murder of the notorious B.I.G. Whether true or not, that's a serious accusation that adds a whole new layer to this story.
So that's got to be understanding that something's there. And we just can't jump to conclusions and say, throw Puffy under the bus. Like I said, he and I are not friends, but Puffy definitely should walk. What's right is right, wrong is wrong. You guys enjoy your day. Nice talking to you.
Sugar, I appreciate it. We'll speak again. Thank you for your perspective.
Hey, remember one thing. Don't live reverse. You gotta live and drive. Go forward, not backwards. Enjoy yourself.
Now that we've heard the explosive new accusations from Simon, it's only right we take a look at Reggie's response. Because with everything that's been said, from ties to Biggie's murder to serious personal allegations, Reggie's silence would speak volumes. But he's not staying quiet.
What up, on First Family? Man, do y'all know the blind man, the herpes infected man? After I asked him to shut the fuck up, goes on a network and still lying on the ridge.
Because that thing for a road, you gotta remember, Death Row and the employees in Bad Boy was really good friends. A lot of them. Reggie Wright Jr. and the other guy that he was Puffy, I forgot his name, the other fat dude, right? But they called Reggie Wright Jr. to do security for Puffy and Biggie the night Biggie got shot. So I can't see that they will look at Capricorn affiliation with Death Row that bad and that type of threats. I'll be surprised. Gene, that's his name. Gene and Reggie Wright Jr. is great friends. So that's got to be understanding that something's there. And we just can't jump to conclusions and say, throw Puffy under the bus. Like I said, he and I are not friends, but Puffy definitely should walk. What's right is right, wrong is wrong.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Reggie can't believe that Simon is siding with Puffy over him on News Nation Live like this. He can't believe that after all these years, Simon's words against him are being heard by hundreds of thousands of people. Like Reggie says, just to muddy up the investigation.
Y'all know that audio we've been teasing and talking about? Because I got to talk to my community, my Bomb First community. Where Shug talked about, and I told y'all, it's not true. I don't believe it. But Shug talked about, because I came across it, because I got a whole bunch of audio, and man, I got to apologize to my boy Rick in advance. Because I didn't even know that, I didn't even catch until recently that was his voice on the audio, talking to Shug. When they talking about the stuff that allegedly supposed to happen to Tupac. Y'all gotta tell me in the comment section, do y'all want to hear it? Tell me, because I can't believe that Shug said that about his little brother, as he called him. I don't want to be the one to release it and get it out there. Unless some people want to hear that two-faced, blind, herpes-infected fool say it. If y'all want to hear him say it, y'all let me know in the comment section so y'all can hear it. And within the next day or two, I will be releasing it. If the overwhelming majority of the Bomb First Family people say they want to hear what Mr. Shug Herpes Knight got to say. All right, but I promise y'all audio daily and tell her to shut up. Oh, I don't like tapping at Shug and doing this, but he won't shut up. He trying to now implicate me somewhere. Like me and Gene Deal. Gene Deal, of all people, had something to do with setting up Biggie. Because I was cool with Gene Deal. Gene Deal ain't know who the hell Reggie Wright was until about 2015, if not later, maybe even 2016. But hey, that's what he do. He weaponized Tupac or situations like that because he's a snitch at heart. We're gonna start telling these snitching things that you did. I'm gonna tell what you said about your cousin Ronald and Donald. That'll be the audio that will be released next, guaranteed. But y'all remember that nice attorney, this attorney that been writing briefs and all of this stuff came in our chat and was very nice. Attorney Jasmine. And so, I'm not gonna show the text messages when Toy, accusing her of things and stuff like that. But Toy, for some reason, don't think that shit and Jasmine, that he, I've been on the phone with them, shit, for about 3 months, daily every day.
Simon has now publicly implicated Reggie in not just the murder of Tupac, but Biggie's as well. And if that wasn't enough, he's also accusing Reggie of forcing Cadillac Clark to have sex with him, stealing his building, and the company Simon Says Publishing. With all these serious accusations stacked against him, Reggie's best response is to resort to player hating. And if you listen closely, it sounds like Reggie's been moving like this from the very beginning, ever since Simon hired him. That's why Simon said what he said. Every woman Reggie had.
My whole life, even when I was a young man, I wanted to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And that's why I joined the military. That's why I got sober. That's why I picked up the Book of Mormon. I went and called the missionaries from the Church of Jesus.
Simon said what he said. Every woman Reggie had, I had her first.
And I always thought Toy was off the picture. I thought Jasmine was just Shiv's woman. But Toy just hit me up on Facebook Messenger yesterday, and Reggie, why are you talking about my son and me? Don't talk about us and all of that. Shiv, that's still my fiance. You're supposed to leave us out of that. And what she's right. But I was like, damn. How she hit me up? I thought she had went on by her own little way. She had Whack 100 told me he walked in and seen her in a restaurant out in Port Ranch. And she was waiting on her food to come. So I thought it was over.
Now Reggie is hating on her too.
But okay, that's nothing. But my poor girl Jasmine, this young lady, working hard for sure. Hard for sure. So I'm doing this, Jasmine. Know you're gonna get disappointed and hurt and all this, but I'm doing this to help you. Cause this is what he thought when he was coming home. You remember around February when he thought he was gonna win that appeal? He called you and Toy his runners. He don't need y'all no more. He said, Reg, I don't need these runners. They ain't nothing but runners. He calls you 5150. Do you know what the penal code section for 5150 mean? That you crazy. At the end, he calls you a stupid B. For all you've been doing for Mr. Knight. Working hard for him. But now he's trying to accuse me of setting up and stealing Simon Says from him. Well, he knows the real on that. That was my services, my payment for all the work I did running his motherfucking company. I'm just the owner of a security company. Nigga, get anybody to say that. You get on a line, Detective Tesla, and say that. Y'all listen to this audio just so y'all can just see how much of a snake he is. It's mainly for Toy, so she can know this nigga is in love with Attorney Jasmine. Sorry, y'all, but that trying to mess up my happy home, mess up my happy home, mess up my happy home with this last interview he did, with this last interview he did.
So let's get motherfucking Adam attention of the victim. Shit, motherfucker, when get ready to keep touching pretty soon, and all the shit gonna go well for a motherfucker. I know I'm doing my blessings, but motherfucker ain't trying to be shit. I don't really need runners no more. I don't need 50 no more. Yeah.
No, you seem to have a good team around, you know.
God. The other boy was still, I guess the other boy was lying too, huh? The motherfucker, you know, from Compton. I ain't never told that motherfucker. You ain't never gave me shit.
From Compton? Well, ain't nobody ever gave you no shit.
No, I know the other one didn't. He ain't saying that. Because remember, I had the motherfucking legal people taken up there and told that nigga in front of the legal people. And he could told the truth.
Yeah.
I'm talking about another motherfucker from Compton. He probably was in the silly trying to fuck his baby mamas and all that shit. He told the motherfucking Rick Ross lady that he was the one started my shit.
But
that fool named Tweet.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about the brother or you talking about him?
I ain't talking about neither one. Tweet.
I'm off on that one, dog.
Well, you probably don't know him. He wasn't really popular.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
These motherfuckers need these rappers in. Like I told that motherfucker, I told him, don't use me for your conversation piece, motherfucker.
Gotcha.
He never gave me shit. I ain't never fucked with you. I ain't never hung with you. I ain't even talked to you.
Yeah. I've never done something like that. Yeah.
That was just some motherfucking you shit.
Trying to make it sound. Yeah.
Be like this, some motherfucker about it. We'll get Adam on deck and get that. That's the biggest prize right there.
Oh yeah, that's a big name. I don't think the attorney knows.
Y'all can't be in the Karma Cafe. Like, subscribe, share, definitely a notification piece on one.